All right, thanks for being here, everybody. So cell transplants called CAR T cells are revolutionizing cancer therapy. CAR T cells are genetically engineered human white blood cells, and very high complete clinical responses have been reported for leukemia, lymphoma, and myeloma. And the FDA has approved 4 different CAR T cell therapies so far, and there's been a meteoric rise in the interest of this form of cancer therapy. However, a high percentage of patients treated with first-generation therapies eventually relapse with resistant disease. And that's because all FDA-approved CAR T-cell therapies recognize a single target on cancer cells, and many patients will relapse within a year. And that's because the tumor cells just lose the target on the cancer cells. Luminary is solving this relapse problem using next-generation cell therapies. We are designing CAR T cells that recognize more than one target on cancer cells. We're working on technologies to improve T cell function in the tumor microenvironment. And finally, we are developing a universal platform with the ability to switch on and switch off CAR T cell function, improving safety, and that recognizes multiple targets, improving effectiveness long-term. Our approach also utilizes a powerful new non-viral gene transfer technology called TC Buster in collaboration with Bio-Techne. This allows multiple large transgenes to be delivered, simplifies the manufacturing of T cells, and is a distinguishing factor for our company. Luminary Therapeutics is a new company, but we have years of scientific, medical, and business experience. Those of us shown on the top row here had a successful exit for Bemagen, which we sold in summer of 2019. Our pipeline includes multiple disease targets, and we have strong IP positions in all of these. We're seeking key funding for our development milestones with a planned phase 1 clinical trial in 2022 using our BAF CAR T cell product in lymphoma. Thank you, and I'd be happy to take any questions you have.
Thank you, judges. We have 1:50.
Great work, David. As you know, we're a strong believer in cell therapy. It's certainly an area that's growing fast. Do you have animal data showing the multi-targeted epitope antigen approach that shows promise of effectiveness?
We do. So we have strong preclinical animal data with our BAF CAR T product that causes induces complete remission-like state long-term. Right now, we're in dialogue with the FDA, the pre-IND stage, and working on our IND.
Excellent. Thank you.
Sorry, could you speak to whether the panel of targets is common across multiple patients, or is that an individualized medicine target?
So with the BAF CAR T product, it's in all, for example, we're focusing on mantle cell lymphoma. The 3 antigens recognized by the BAF CAR T are present on all mantle cell lymphoma cells, and it would be the same product used for every mantle cell lymphoma patient. The universal CAR T platform that I talked about could be individualized for patients, and that is a project that's more in the development stage, but would allow us to make highly multivalent CAR T that we could individualize using small molecules, ligands, for an individual patient.
Thanks, David. Glad to hear that you're working with Frank and the team at Bio-Techne. You showed the Series A of a quite sizable amount, likely next year. What do you need to do? What milestones do you need to achieve prior to that?
So right now we are doing pre-IND enabling studies, so preclinical tox. We have the efficacy data already. So the FDA has instructed us on some preclinical toxicology that we need to finish and get some other assays, QC assays demonstrated. But we feel like we're close to that, and we actually raised enough money to get through the IND. That money we're seeking now would be to actually carry out the phase 1 clinical trial.